I can't get my friends to buy him yet. I wonder if my friend's watching this. He's got a 2023 GM AT4 10-speed, and it's got like 60,000 miles, and he doesn't have any problems with it shifting. And I talked to him at dinner the other night, and I'm like, "You gonna upgrade the valve body?" He's like, "No, it's still, you know." So it's
how much better it shifts. I mean, it's dude. So let me explain something to you. So when I design parts, this is part of my passion with everything. When I design parts for these vehicles, I'm not just trying to fix problems. I want them to be a better vehicle to drive. And I'll tell you a story, a very short one. I had a Ram 5500, and I know this is kind of apples to oranges, but you know, this most of our products this could apply to. So it was the first AS69RC valve body upgrade kit with billet pistons, billet everything. This was before a failing company that buys parts from China decided to copy my kit, but with aluminum and with different springs that were the same color. You know who you are. This was the first one on the market, and it's still the best one on the market. I put this kit in my Ram 5500. Now, anyone who's had an AS69 transmission knows that they're not really all that bad. They're relatively reliable. They got some problems, but they're not the worst transmission out there, but they're very unexciting to drive. You put your foot down and there's a good 3 to 5 seconds of nothingness. You know, they're not very good for fuel economy. It's kind of a runoff of the 6-speed transmission found in the Lexus LX series SUVs about 15 years ago. So it's kind of reliable and kind of terrible to drive. And I was so used to this truck just being a dog off the line. And I put the first kit in there, the one I invented, the one that's still for sale today. I put that kit in the truck as a test vehicle. And I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of just figured it would feel a little better. I put my truck in drive and I give it the exact same amount of pedal that I need to pull out of the parking lot every other day I drive to work. And no sooner do I do that, the whole ass end is swung out. And I'm like, oh my God, man. You know, like you don't understand that 99% of the driving benefit of a built, up armored, re-engineered transmission is achieved with just the valve body. 90+%. It's just really insane. I mean, we've actually measured this on a Duramax once. We got a Duramax 0 to 60 a whole second sooner, 1.1 seconds sooner, with nothing more than a valve body upgrade and a low stall torque converter, one of ours. So people would be astounded how much performance and reliability you gain by upgrading the vehicle with one of these upgrade kits. It's pretty insane. And there's nothing else on the market that does that at the scale that we do. And honestly, I encourage people to compare us to anybody, and you will see why we are the guys and gal.
Between this and some Toyota issues coming up, I don't know.
I'm getting very close to getting into that market. We have so many. Yes, we have had loads of people calling with the 8 and 10 speeds, and I was like, I figured there wasn't a whole lot going on because nobody was calling us. But I guess your viewers, a lot of them referenced you, started calling us and saying like, hey, this is like a crisis. There's whole threads of people that are down. Like, and so I'm looking into it. And a lot of the parts to fix that are interchangeable with the AS69RC I was just talking about. So that would save a huge portion of the production and development cost.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen, I mean, I guess it's all numbers, you know, like Toyota doesn't sell as many Tundras as GM sells half tons and 3/4 tons. And so the numbers for GM and Ford are just massive compared to like a Toyota Tundra or something. But the 8-speed Toyota, that ASIN transmission has been around since like 2018 or something. That one's had some problems early on, and it exhibits some interesting behavior that, because they put it in Volkswagen Atlas as well. So it's the Toyota ASIN in a Volkswagen Atlas 8-speed. I have it in my wife's car, and I feel things and I'm like, that sounds a lot like what Nate described. So I'm always trying to figure out what's not sealing right, or what's lagging in hydraulic pressure, and then my wife will complain about something like, it's weird, it just downshifted harshly, or it lagged and then downshifted harshly, and all these, and I'm like, oh yeah, here it comes. So
I am the only person with a pulse dampener delete system for the AS68 RC. And it shares a lot of the same parts as the transmission you're talking about, and it causes those exact same problems. The other thing is that the accumulators, dampeners, etc., in the valve body in that vehicle have no seals on them at all. Most companies use seals; they're just cheap seals or something. They don't use any. It's actually bore fitment. And so what ends up happening is if there is any erosion of the bore around the piston, you start losing the pressure that turns those clutches on. And so this can develop drivability issues that are really obvious. Downshift clunks, delay and bang, all that stuff.
yeah.
So I have fixed all of those problems already on different ASIN transmissions, and I'm pretty sure that I could get a kit on market that fixes that in like 90-ish days. If I
Hmm.
just knew what years of valve body were all the same, which ones are the most problematic. If somebody could send me one, I'm happy to pay. I'm pretty sure 90 days or less, I could have something on market.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, mine's
if you know
under
anyone.
warranty, so I don't need to do anything. It's under warranty.
Is the one that you have the same one that people are complaining about going back in time on the Tundra or anything? Like what
I'm
is the window that people are complaining about?
the most complaints I've seen are early on in the 8 speeds for Toyota. Like they came out with it in the Camry, and that they've had that 8 speed in a lot of different things. I'm not sure if they use the
Yeah.
same clutch plates, or if they give a Toyota Camry a weaker internals than they give a Tacoma or something. But they've had it out a long time, and most of the issues they had the first year are either software programming, they claim, or
It's not.
yeah, or they have debris in the, it's always debris. Everything's always
Yeah.
debris. It's like, oh, we
Yep.
have debris issue, debris issue. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know, I
That's
that
what I was going to ask you. I thought it was one of your staff, or at least a guy that was claiming that he was part of your staff, saying that you guys were planning on making an install video soon. So
yeah.
I think that was a big request in the Facebook groups.
Yeah,
So
so we've come to realize that we need videos for everything. So we are working on videos. We're scripting them. We have more staff now. We're going to get them out the door, and we're going to make sure that we want these videos to be as useful as possible, well lit, easy to understand. We want it to be my direction to the team, and we have a professional, video, whatever the term is. I guess recording people. I don't know. I'm just the one paying for it. Okay, but I have a camera crew coming in to do everything professionally. This shit is going to be nuts. All right. It's going to be easy to follow. And my exact words to my staff were, I want someone who does not know what a transmission is to be able to install this product.
yeah,
That was my direct. And I told them, if I see the finished product and I don't feel that way, it's going back to production. Okay. That's exactly what I told them. So we'll see what they come up with, but I've
yeah,
given them a timeline of 60 days. Putting a valve body in is extremely easy because it's a
yeah,
modular valve body. It's you bolt in, bolt out, nothing falls out and surprises you. There's no springs or balls. When you take the valve body apart, that's different, but when
yeah,
you unbolt the valve body from the case, there's one plug and all of the bolts are the same and all of them have an arrow pointing to them in the casting, so there's no way to mess it up. So anybody can bolt a valve body in. So if you're like, look, I'll bolt a valve body in, I don't know how I feel about rebuilding it, even with really good instructions, then get a valve body. The fastest turnaround, we're a 1 day turnaround right now if you send your core in. Um, we're about a 7 to 10 day turnaround if you're waiting on an exchange. That line is growing due to an absence of cores. So the fastest thing is always, sending yours in, getting it back in a day.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say. Look, my staff will literally sit there with you for hours and take pictures with you and walk you through it, Martha Stewart making brownies style. Okay. And literally, and You know, when she's not lying to the FBI, she's making excellent food, and she makes it easy to follow the instructions, right? And I think her and Snoop Dogg are an interesting combo. I find it
Oh yeah.
interesting that they're friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I told him I want it to be that easy.
Yeah.
I like I said, I'll sum it up as what I said before. My exact words to the producers that we're going to have working on everything, my staff, you name it. I told everybody, if I want someone who has never seen a transmission before to be able to install this kit. I think that our instructions are pretty much there. The only thing, to be honest, the only problems anyone ever calls us with somehow always seem to be someone who did not follow the instructions. And
Yeah.
they're like, no, dude, I totally followed him, man. And then they send us pictures and we see that all of it is trashed, right? It's people that don't follow the instructions. They put stuff back where it doesn't go. They didn't call for help. They were just like, ah, who cares, whatever. You run into that now and then. But if people just follow the instructions, everything works perfectly. That's all you got to do. Okay, that's it. It's even gotten to the point now where I have somebody who checks all of the shift valves before they go to a consumer. Period. And we almost never find any that are defective, but you know what? It's good to do it anyway, right? And for the amount of business we're doing, it's well within budget. And we want to make sure that every kit goes out perfectly and exactly the same as all the other ones people are happy with, right? And so all people need to do is follow the instructions. That is my best advice to anybody who's like, I really want to do the kit. I just don't know how is this over my head or something?
Yeah.
Literally just follow the instructions. And if it's too much, you can call us and we'll be your phone a friend.
If you want to watch the full interview, click right here.